Perception of a written text, reading.
Очікувані результати.
Розуміти основну ідею та деталі тексту. Знаходити потрібну інформацію. Завершувати речення словами з тексту. Використовувати навички вибіркового читання.
Welcome to the reading lesson. Our topic is an unusual school, Summerhill. Let's read about Summerhill School in England. Follow along carefully, you'll need the info for the test. Now, you will see the text about Summerhill School on your screen. Please, read it attentively. After the text, there will be 3 tasks to complete. You will have enough time to read the article and complete the tasks. If you need more time for reading, you can pause the video. Are you ready? Let's begin. A school with no rules? Is it possible to have a school with no rules? Lots of democratic or free schools around the world say it is. The oldest and best known of these schools is Summerhill School in England. About 75 children between the ages of 5 and 17 go there. The idea behind Summerhill is that children should be confident enough to make decisions on their own. The students must decide which subjects they'll study, but they don't have to go to class if they don't want to. They can hang out in the art room or garden instead. They don't have to do exams either, but most students take some exams before they leave school. Like students in most other schools, students at Summerhill do maths, English, science, etc. What's different is that they have to choose other kinds of activities and projects. Here the students suggest the projects and not the teachers. Suggestions have included afternoon walks, magic shows and gardening. Teachers do not give marks at the end of the year, and the school does not send reports to families. If a parent wants a report on their child, first the child has to say that it's okay for the teacher to write one.
Let's have a short break. Let's move while sitting. Clap your hands above your head. Tap your knees quickly. Touch your shoulders and wiggle your elbows. Shake your hands high in the air. Smile as big as you can. Great job. Now breathe in and breathe out.
Now that you have read the article, look at these 5 sentences. You need to complete each sentence using 1 or 2 words from the text that best fit the meaning. Think carefully. Pay attention to grammar and make sure your answers correspond to the information in the text. Number 1. Summerhill is and more famous than any other free school. Number 2. Students who don't go to class can spend time in the instead. Number 3. Students in Summerhill never do exams. Number 4. Apart from doing normal subjects, students also have to do activities and projects like. Number 5. The child has to, before a teacher sends a report to their mother or father. You may pause the video and complete the sentences. Now you have time to complete these tasks independently. Please pause the video and carefully fill in the blanks. Take your time and double-check your answers. Now when you are through with the previous task, you've got one more task where you have to decide if the statement is true or false. Students at Summerhill are expected to learn how to make independent choices about their education. The only difference between Summerhill and other schools is that Summerhill students are not required to do exams. Getting a report card is a standard, automatic procedure for all families at Summerhill. Summerhill's democratic approach is best illustrated by how teachers decide what projects the students will do. Task 3. Multiple choice. Choose one correct answer from the given options. Which statement best summarizes the main idea of Summerhill School's philosophy? A. All children should be completely free to do nothing at school if they wish. B. The most important goal is for students to become confident decision makers. C. Summerhill is a school where students can avoid traditional academic subjects. D. This school is unique because it's the only one in the world with no rules. What is a key difference in the learning process at Summerhill compared to a traditional school, according to the text? A. Students learn different subjects like magic shows and gardening instead of maths and English. B. Teachers do not give any grades or feedback on students' performance. C. The students have a say in what projects they do and which classes they attend. D. Parents are not allowed to receive any information about their child's progress. According to the text, what is a key outcome of the student-led project suggestions at Summerhill? A. Students are only interested in creative projects like magic shows. B. The projects are always focused on academic subjects like maths and English. C. The projects show that students' interests go beyond traditional classroom lessons. D. Teachers have more free time because students do not require supervision. What condition must be met for a parent to receive a written report on their child's progress? A. The parent must pay an additional fee to the school. B. The teacher must get permission from the school principal. C. The child must agree that the report can be written. D. The report is only written if the student is not doing well academically. Now you can check the answers for the first task. The first, Summerhill is in more famous than any other free school. The answer is older. The second, students who don't go to class can spend time in the instead. Correct answers, art room or garden. The third, students in Summerhill never do exams. The word is some. Not all of them skip exams. The fourth, apart from doing normal subjects, students also have to do activities like. The answer is magic shows, gardening, or afternoon walks. The fifth, the child has to before a teacher sends a report to their mother or father. They must agree or say it's okay first. If you want to compare your explanations with the ones I've got, then you may look through the next 5 slides. It's optional. 1. The text says Summerhill is the oldest school. Oldest means it started a long time ago, before the other schools. So, Summerhill is older than the others. 2. The text says students can spend time in the art room or garden if they don't go to class. The correct place to write is art room. 3. The text says most students take exams, but not everyone. That means some students don't do exams. 4. The text gives examples of activities like afternoon walks, magic shows, and gardening. 5. The text says a teacher can send a report only if the child says, okay. If the child says, okay, it means they agree. Answers for the true or false task. 1. True. The text says, the idea behind Summerhill is that children should be confident enough to make decisions on their own. This directly supports the statement. 2. False. While the lack of mandatory exams is a difference, the text also highlights other differences, such as the freedom to not attend classes and students suggesting projects, not just teachers. 3. False. The text states that the school does not send reports to families, and that a report is only written if a parent wants a report on their child. First, the child has to say that it's okay. 4. False. The text directly contradicts this by saying, here the students suggest the projects and not the teachers, which shows the democratic nature of the school. B. The most important goal is for students to become confident decision makers. This answer best captures the overarching philosophy mentioned in the text. The idea behind Summerhill is that children should be confident enough to make decisions on their own. The other options are either too extreme, A. Inaccurate, C. Or not fully supported by the text, D. C. The students have a say in what projects they do and which classes they attend. The text explicitly mentions that students must decide which subjects they'll study, don't have to go to class, and the students suggest the projects and not the teachers. This option combines these key differences. C. The projects show that students' interests go beyond traditional classroom lessons. Explanation. The text lists projects like afternoon walks, magic shows, and gardening. These are non-academic activities, which demonstrates that students' interests are broader than just the subjects they study in class, like maths and English. 4. C. The child must agree that the report can be written. Explanation. The last sentence of the text says, if a parent wants a report on their child, first the child has to say that it's okay for the teacher to write one. This clearly states that the child's permission is a necessary condition.
That is all for today. Hope the test wasn't too difficult. The next slide contains the poll. Please, let me know the way you feel after the test. You enjoyed the lesson and understood the text well. The lesson was okay, but some parts were difficult. It was hard for me to understand the text or complete the tasks. If you want, you may find out your more precise results by calculating the number of the correct answers. For example, 13 correct answers is 100% in the high level. If you cannot solve this problem yourself, ask your parents to help you.